So today we're going to be doing the frunk install on the Model Y Juniper. One of our more technical installs. First you're going to want to remove some of these covers and then remove these 4 10mm bolts. So go ahead and take those off. You can take off this. Lift this up, put it off to the side. There's this little plastic clip over here just to give you some easier access to the struts. You don't have to take it off, but I like to, just to give me some more clearance. The struts are right here. You're gonna want to, there's a little opening on the back. You're gonna get your tool behind here and then pull off to the side. And then if you don't have something to hold your hood up, you're gonna wanna have a friend help you hold this up. But luckily we do have the tool propped up during the install. Now we can take off the strut without worrying about the hood falling. Okay, that's the one. And then you can use a 13mm wrench to help you take off that bolt all the way on the bottom, holding in the. So in order to remove this part of the strut, we recommend grabbing a wrench. You could use either a 13mm or a 1/2 inch, and then you're able to just take out this whole little piece. Because if you try and use the pick to try and get through here, just given the angle, it's pretty difficult. You might be trying for a while. So we just recommend using a wrench and then just twisting it out all the way, and you can take this off easily. So now that we have these struts off, we're gonna go ahead and put a new mounting bracket on there. You're provided with this new bolt to go ahead and reposition where the strut's gonna attach. So we're gonna go place this in here. It's kind of hard to see all the way down there. Go ahead and get it on there finger tight first. Okay, now that we have those mounting brackets on there, we can go ahead and put the new struts on. And you're gonna wanna twist this section to the back. And then we like to put a little bit of grease on the ends right here, just to make it a little easier to slip onto the mounting brackets. So let's put some on there real quick. Okay, now we can go ahead and put the struts in. Put the bottom end first. Let's get in there. Make sure it pops in. And then, hold on. Yeah. Get the top part in. And it's good to go. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, now that we have both struts on, we can start and run the wire to the front over here. So I like to run this wire behind here and then up through this way. So in order to get a little bit easier access, I'll remove this bolt. And we can lift this up. You can run the harness down this way. And it should come out through here. That. I can go ahead and put this piece back on. Now I have the wire through here, and then we run the other wire as well behind all of this. And you don't have to run the wire exactly like this, but I'd like to keep all the wires out of the way. Now we have both of the strut connectors there. Now we can go ahead and put the lock, and then we can start running the harness. In order so you can put the latch back on in the same position, you could use some Sharpie or tape. Kind of mark off where the latch is positioned. That way you don't have any issues when you reinstall. I'll put some tape right there. That way you can just remove it when we're finished. So right there. Just like that. And then we'll do the same thing right here. We'll go ahead and disconnect this, just get it out of the way. Okay. Now we can go ahead and remove this and then put the lock on there. Go ahead and remove this. spring back on. Now we can go ahead and put these bolts back on. Just put them on finger tight in case you do need to adjust. These are markings to get everything in place. And you can go ahead and tighten everything up. And we have that. Then we can start running the main harness with the module box, and then start running all the wires through the vehicle. Okay, so now we have the harness. We can separate all that out. And for this particular model, the control box is going to go here, more like this. For the newer 2026 and up models, the ones without the button, it'll go over here on the side. So we'll just leave this in position kind of there, just to get a general idea of how the wires are going to go. So the easiest thing to connect is going to be the struts. So they're paired together. Just connect that there. Same thing on the other side. And again, you don't have to run the wires this way. It's just my preferred method. So that way, if you ever open up your frunk again, everything will look as OEM as possible. Connect this. This is going to be the one for our suction lock. We'll do that one at the end, but it's going to go this way. And then behind this, just like that. And then again, we'll do that at the end because it's going to connect to here. So then we'll just run another wire. Go ahead and on this one as well. And you connect the original back into the splitter. Okay, and you can go ahead and connect this one. And the original connector back to the harness. Okay, then our last one's going to be the ground, and then we need to run power. So it just goes directly to here, and then it has some adhesive here. You can connect that to the module box once you have everything in place. Remove this part here. You can connect it to this rod, and then you're provided with this nut. And then you should be able to use a wrench or a socket to tighten that the whole way. Okay, then we can connect our ground. There's multiple locations for grounds. I just like to connect it here. Keep everything kind of close. Okay. Now we can connect the module box to the rest of the harness. Now you know you have power when that lights up. Now we can connect our electric suction lock. Okay, now you can go ahead and test it for the first time, make sure everything works, then we can start tucking everything away. Okay, now that we have everything in place, we know the frunk's working. You can attach this onto the module box. It's going to be your little beeper. And then now that we have the suction lock connected, we can go ahead and put that away. And it's going to go on part of the chassis back behind here. It's, you can see this bar, metal bar. You're going to want to zip tie this suction lock onto there. That way there's no rattling going on inside the frunk area. Okay, now we have everything put back into place, everything kind of tucked away. We can go ahead and reassemble the frunk, and then our installation will be all done. And this customer did already have a modification on the vehicle, so there's extra wires. Oh, there you go. Go ahead and just tuck everything away. Put this back on. Put those 4 10mm screws back on.